Hello my nation, I'm Mack, and I'm going to show you guys how to look like a creeper in quantum armor. Yeah. I am going to show you guys how to make a beautifully done reactor. And just to make sure of this, so it's things like the overheating reactor that everybody despises doesn't happen. As you can see, I've put all uranium cells into this. There's no cooling whatsoever. I have it turned off with the lever that you'll see here in a second. But basically, I've just got all these uranium cells in here. I'm just gonna continue taking this. I don't know if I can. I don't know if it's gonna let me or not. If I do the whole press space thing. No, okay. Well, anyways, I'm gonna flick the switch, and you guys, let's turn off this rain. Okay, and you guys will be able to see what happens when you put in too many uranium cells and don't cool your nuclear reactor properly. Why did I just get hurt? Whatever. Anyways, so here you go. Now, it shouldn't take any more than 10 seconds. With full reactor of uranium cells, it takes about 10 seconds for it to blow up, and the explosion is catastrophic. Oh shit, did that hit my stuff? Oh fuck, it hit the other, oh, it hit the showcase. Okay guys, we're back. Yeah, so I had to rebuild the showcase. Kinda sucks because of that thing over there. Just to show you that proves how much that is. How big of an explosion it is. They even hit the other one and went everywhere. So anyways, let's get back into this. What I have here is one that's actually set up properly. I'll show you how to do this. Basically, it's just a bunch of Mark 1s. This can all be done with Mark 1s, Mark 1 energy collectors, and a Mark 1 relay. They can all be done with this. As you can see, it's producing plenty of power. What I use for this in a main situation is ice, because ice is very cost efficient. Let's put it that way. Its EMC value is 1. So basically, if you don't have ice in a game, you can compress snowballs that can be made by UU matter if you cannot find any of that stuff. So what you want to do is get yourself a bunch of ice. I'd say get at least a stack of ice. It is very cheap. It's like cobblestone. As soon as you get a piece, you're fine. Get a stack, and you want to go straight into the condenser here. Well, I've already got plenty. You want to put and let it start building up its amount of ice. You want around 8 stacks of ice in there before you actually turn this on. Otherwise, you'll end up goofing up like I did and start filling it with ice. Anyways, you want to go into the filter and you put in a stack of 64. Make sure this button right here, make sure it's on the, I guess it's a black X is what it looks like, so that it just takes anything that's in there. You just want it to make sure that you have that on there so it's not being screwy and taking out uranium cells. I have the timers set for 1 second. That's about as quick as you really want them or need them. You can do one timer and set for 5 seconds or for 0.5 seconds or for 0.2. But regardless, you know, as long as you have a constant flow of ice coming in to keep the ice inside the reactor, you know, I guess 64 for the 8 stacks will be good. Anyways, the lever, like I said, is to keep it from blowing up. Alright, now you might want to pause it so you could look at the uranium and the 64 stacks, how it's set up. I have 64, 8 stacks of 64 in the bottom middle row, and then 2 on the left, 2 on the right, in the very bottoms. The heat monitor is set up so that the redstone hits the bottom of the nuclear reactor and comes through to an MFSU, which power level is 0. Now, if you hit this top right button, it'll tell you what it does when it's full, and I put it to emit when full. That way, the alloy wire will light up and it will turn off the nuclear reactor, because any redstone that is put to the nuclear reactor will turn it off. Hence the lever, so that you can put everything in without having to rush back and forth between chests. So, but basically, you'll see how it's at 0 right now. And I flip this lever. You can, as soon as well, yeah. Okay, I guess it's fine. If you flip the lever, I'll show you guys the amount that it does. Now you'll see these are going down, but the amount of ice that's coming through is going to easily cover for that, because I put that stack of 64, which means it's going to pull a stack of 64 every time that it detects there's an open spot. Now, the energy right now is going up decently fast. It's extremely fast compared to anything else that I've ever seen, but it goes up about 20,000 EU per second, which is amazing. the setup that you saw is pretty much the best that you can get without it overloading or blowing up. But that's just alright. 20 to 25,000 EU per second. That will power most anything. That is almost the equivalent of, I think, 40 high voltage solar arrays. So this is very cost efficient. It's very smart. It has absolutely no chance of blowing up because the ice has a constant flow into there, and anytime a uranium cell goes bad, it'll just replace that spot with ice. So it'll never get too hot, it'll always just be getting cooled down as long as you have that flow of ice. Now, the generator, as you will see, powers at a very, very slow amount, okay? The nuclear reactor is still doing fine. Wow, okay. All the uranium is still in there, it's barely getting depleted at all. The ice is all still almost 63 to 64 in stacks. The power on this is at 3 million right now. It's already at 3.8 million, okay? That's beautiful. 3.8 million in what, a minute and a half? And you go to the generator, it's at 6,000, 7,000. This thing's going up, and the nuclear reactor is literally going up. I'd say what, a tenth of this, or I'm sorry, it's going 10 times the speed of the generator, which is beautiful. And on top of that, the only things that you're using are uranium cells, and those things go really slow actually. They last you a good long while, enough time to get more. Okay, so I'm running all these things on here. I have 2 different electric furnaces pumping out a lot. You see how fast the gold's going, it's ridiculous. And the dent in the power is not doing anything to the uranium cells, and I don't think it should be doing anything to, no, it's not. It's still staying at pretty much a constant 10 million, and our mass fabricator has already made a UU matter. Hold on, put in scrap really quick. Let's grab a stack of scrap. Let me show you guys how quick this goes with this amount of power going into it. You can make scrap in seconds, literally. You could probably do 3 or 4 scrap if you really wanted to. It's amazing. So, or UU, I'm sorry, I've been saying scrap. But you can make 3 or 4 UU a minute. Anyways, if you guys like the video, hit the like button. Be sure to hit the subscribe button if you want to see more videos. Thanks for watching, and I will see you guys later. Holy fuck. Just want to know if the lapis got destroyed.